Thank you.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
So nice of you to be here tonight. It was,
Oh, Jesus. That was really nice.
It was real. Well, you deserve that. You and I don't know how many
here.
people know this. When we first got started in 1993, and just starting on the late night show, you were one of the first writers hired for that show.
That's right.
on the writing staff.
I was, and I was about to quit show business. I mean, literally the night before at 3 a.m., I decided to quit and empty my brains into the tub. Which, by the way, is how to do that. If you're going to do that, get in a tub. Don't be a dick, because it's not...
Always felt the same
it's
way.
not about you
Always
anymore.
felt the same way, yeah.
As of now, it's not about you. It's
Right.
about who finds your stupid, on-purpose dead body. So don't ruin a rug. Get in a tub, close the curtain, point at the wall. But anyway, the day before... I had decided that was what I had to do. I don't think I ever told you this. I had decided I had to quit. I was making no money and I was really bottoming out.
Right.
And the next day you hired me. So you saved my life and you gave me a career. So
You'd have done fine without us. Trust me.
No, I really wouldn't have.
Do you remember what it was like in the early days of the late night show, like 93?
I do, because
we didn't know what we were doing.
No, you had never been on TV before. And we were these writers in a room, and we used to just make fun of you, and we used to just... I was grateful for like 10 minutes, and then we just would on you and make fun of you. Because you were very innocent about being on television.
Yes,
and,
I was.
Like, you would go out on walks, go for a walk in Central Park, and some guy would say, "Hey, Conan, I like the show." And you'd come running in the writer's room like breathless and excited, and you'd say, "This guy told me that he likes the show. I think we're gonna make it." And we'd be like, "Yeah," and you'd leave, and we'd be like, "What an idiot! It's one guy. It doesn't matter what one guy says. Why does that matter?" But
I needed anything at that point.
yeah,
to keep
well,
me
the thing
going.
is, I'm newly on television, and now I'm the one. Every time I'm taking a shit, I'm Googling myself. Every time. I'm like, ooh, what did that fella say on his blog?
Now, you lived here 2 decades now. You clearly love the city. You make New York is such a part of your show.
Yeah, I love it.
And the way you depict New York, you must go crazy for this town.
I do, because there's all sides of the spectrum here, you know. Sometimes you're I have children here, too, so sometimes you're in a park and there's pigeons, and then there's an old lady masturbating or whatever. And I'm saying that's one side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Well, you know how it is when you're looking at pigeons.
Yeah. They're pretty erotic.
Worked up.
Well, she fed all her bread to them, and there was nothing left, so she started to masturbate for them. She's doing it for the pigeons.
Okay.
All right, I'm sorry. The other side of the spectrum is that it's a very exciting place, and it's kind of the center of the world in some ways.
You never know what's going to happen here.
No, the UN is here, and sometimes you see... Okay, so one time I was driving on the West Side Highway with my kids. I have a car in New York because I'm selfish and a bad person. And I see a cop car behind me going whoop, whoop, wagging his lights, so I let him go, and then there's 3 more cop cars, and then a bunch of black SUVs. It was a motorcade. You see that in New York sometimes. I didn't really care. Talking to my kids, and I'm next to this black SUV, and then I look over, and it's George W. Bush. And he's sitting there looking at a BlackBerry with his glasses down, and I see him, and I go, "Oh my God, he was the president!" I went crazy. I was to my girls, I'm like, "Look, he was the president!" And the thing is, when he was president, I hated him. I was a total, I hate Bush. No, but I didn't even have a good reason. I was just like, Bush, because oil. I didn't have any fleshed out reason.
About it much.
And now he's next to me, and I'm like, "Oh, it's the president!" And he looked and he saw us, and he smiled and waved, like, really genuinely. And I was waving. I was like, "Mr. President!" I was literally yelling, "Mr. President!" to him. And then somehow, this is true, somehow in my weird craziness, I got in his motorcade. Like, I implicated myself.
Motorcade?
I just drifted into his motorcade. And his people, it stops and they go crazy, "Get out of here!" And I drive away, and he looked at us like, "Hey, I'm not mad at you."